team, Marshall Banks. From the 1993 to 1996 teams, B.J. Long. From 1977 to 1982, John Oliver. From 1979 to 1981, as well as 82 through 84, Rick Mercado. From 1980 to 1984, Greg Feathers. From the class of 1981, Glenn Faber. From 1990 to 1993, the class of 1994, Michael Shaw. From 1989 to 1993, Diego Cardona. From 1989 to 1993, Luis Nera. From 1977 to 1981, Sports Hall of Famer, Rocco Saris. From 1991 to 1994, Scott Hoffman. From 1990 to 1993, Arthur Gonzalez. From 1990 to 1993, Kevin Bride. From 1974 to 1975, Bob Kleiner. From 1990 to 1993, Sports Hall of Famer and All-American Sean Bride. From 1993 to 1997, Sports Hall of Famer David Crickmire. From 1990 to 1991, and current Tusculum head coach Alan Vitale. A player from 1971 to 1975, and coached the men's team for 9 seasons to 113 wins, and owns the best winning percentage in school history. Sports Hall of Famer John Eiskamp. A player from 1978 to 1981, and coached the Pioneers to a school record 199 victories in his 17 seasons as a head coach. Sports Hall of Famer Tony Kostanka. And finally, from the class of 1966, and a member of the first Tusculum team in 1965, please welcome back Henry Lang. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming home all Tusculum men's soccer alumni as they celebrate their 50th season.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the campus of Tusculum University, the Nice Hunger Sports Complex and Pioneer Field for today's NCAA Division II South Atlantic Conference men's soccer match, featuring our guests, the Trojans of Anderson University and your Tusculum University Pioneers. A reminder, the seating for Tusculum University soccer matches is open in the main grandstand only. Fans are not permitted to sit in the bleachers behind the benches or behind the goals. Help us make sure the field is clear at all times through today's match, including half.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Get clearance prices on new Toyotas at Johnson City Toyota, where we have hundreds of Toyotas discounted up to $6,500. Save up to $5,900 on Highlander. Get one for $28,533 or save up to $4,000 on Camry. See more at johnsоncitytoyota.com.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Number 5, Ryan Tyrer. Number 9, Alexander Cox Ashwood. Number 14, Harry Ward. Number 16, Ryan Davies. Number 17, Martin Carpena. Number 18, John Vaca. Number 19, Daniel Heinrich. Number 21, Lucas Mostajo. Number 23, Trevor Byrne. And the starting goalkeeper for Anderson is number 33, Gal Elyashi. The head coach of Anderson is Michael Zion. The starting lineup for your Pioneers. Number 3, Pal Perot. Number 5, Claybon Degorn. Number 6, Arthur Legal. Number 8, Fabian Prosch. Number 14, Luke Murphy. Number 15, Sako De Souza. Number 20, Zabi Sandoika. Number 22, Danny Gongora. Number 25, Georgios Harkousakis. Number 30, Nikola Vujicic. And starting in goal, number 38, Sam Gilbert. Head coach of the Pioneers is Alan Vitale. Assistant coach Jonathan Houghton. Goalkeeper coach is Tyler Neese. Assistant Steve Crouch. And the assistant athletic trainer is Devin Underhill. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The South Athletic Conference says member institutions promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Prohibiting racial or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, and team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Pioneer Field. We thank you for your support of Tusculum University Athletics and the South Atlantic Conference.
I'd like to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to Pioneer Field on the Pioneer Sports Network. Tusculum taking on Anderson University on homecoming weekend here at Tusculum University. 225th anniversary of Tennessee's most historic university, as well as having our 50th season reunion of our men's soccer alumni. Had 20 folks come in to make the trip. So again, glad to have you with us. Big match up here, a rematch of last year's South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship Final in Rock Hill, where the Pioneers came away with the victory and earned the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. These two teams come in trying to improve. Been a couple of shakeups in the South Atlantic Conference overnight, as it's just a big log jam up top at 10 points. Carson Newman and Wingate sitting at 10 points each, and there's Coker standing at 9 points, so that's one of three teams. Coker, Newberry, and Queens. Newberry coming away with a big win last night, upsetting nationally ranked number 12 Lenore Ryan. And so just looking at some of the results of what's going on, the Pioneers come in with a record of 2-4-1, are 1-1-1 in South Atlantic Conference play with 4 points. Anderson is 3-4-1. 0-3-1, looking for, with their 1 point, they currently stand at number 10 position. So a big match. The Pioneers back home, finally getting a chance. This is going to be their conference home opener. The Pioneers have first three matches have been on the road in regards to conference play. Came up with a big overtime win a week from yesterday at Newberry, winning 2-1 in overtime on Enrique Devon's goal, and match winner in overtime. The Pioneers will be without two of their top scorers in Devons and Edgar Cervantes. Devons received a red card in the match on Wednesday at Queens, where the Pioneers fell 2-1. The Tusculum and also Cervantes picked up his 5th yellow, so on yellow card accumulation, he is also sitting out this match. So the Pioneers without some of their top guns. Devons, who is leading the team with 4 goals, and Cervantes with 2. After that, the only players that have scored for the Pioneers are Arthur Legal, Nikola Vujovic, and Clement de Gorn. So the Pioneers were underway from Pioneer Field, wherever you are in Pioneer Nation. Glad to have you with us. Also, if you're from Anderson University, again, glad to have you with us watching here on the Pioneer Sports Network. We're going to have the first of two. We'll have the women's match after this. We've got a little bit of concern for some weather that's coming in possibly a little later today. So hopefully we can get both these matches in. Again, glad to have you with us. The women that will be playing their home opener have played their first 9 matches of the season on the road. So, again, glad to have you with us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. In goal for Tusculum is Sam Gilbert, minding the net for the Trojans is Galilasiv. So again, glad to have you with us. Somewhat of a warm day, not as warm as it has been. The Pioneers get away a little bit there with a possible handball, but not intentionals. Kind of hit it in the upper part of the arm, but right here in front of us. Nice, please, sad to D'Souza. Oh, looking for Murray. But a nice save by the Anderson netminder, and play moves on. Pioneers in their home orange, black shorts, and orange socks, while Anderson is in all black today. Again, the head netminder for the Pioneers today, Sam Gilbert. Gilbert picking up his 6th start of the season. In Tusculum 1-1-1 in conference play. Pioneers are playing their next 4 matches at home after just playing 1 against Lees McRae a couple weeks ago. winning 2-0 for their first win of the season. Carpena sends it wide for Anderson. Sending wide to Harry Ward, have a collision, and I think we're going to call that a foul. Good handshake there. Take a check on that replay. Tough challenge. Now the ball got across the goal line there, so that will be a goal kick for Tusculum. Again, Sam Gilbert making his 6th start in the goal for the Pioneers. That's a goals against average of 1.48. He's recorded 22 saves and a save percentage of right at 76%, 2-2-1 record. He's been splitting time a little bit with Alejandro Carriti, who was preseason all-conference selection in goal, but Pioneers made the midseason switch to Gilbert. A little too far for Murphy, and it'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Again, a rematch of last year's South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship Final. Outstanding match, stolen by Tusculum. See if they can maintain possession. Oh, nice tackle by Anderson. And it'll be a goal kick. Nice job by Lucas Motajo from France. Davies sending it deep. Kicked away by Georgios Harkisakis. And Palpeiro battling it out. They'll go over and he'll win a throw in for Tusculum. Just underway, 4 minutes in. No score between Tusculum and Anderson. Payroll to Gorn. Trying to find Murphy, but just a little too far. Maybe find the head of Murphy on that D'Souza cross. But just a little too high, and it'll be a goal kick for Anderson. Trojans started very similar to the way the Pioneers did. Started with a loss at Clayton State, but came back with 3 straight wins over Southern Wesleyan, Leeds McRae, and North Georgia. But have found the sailing a little tough in conference play, losing 3-1 to Newberry and also 2-1 at Wingate. Got a result, getting a 1-1 draw against Carson Newman back on September 28th, and in their last match lost 4-1 at home against Coker. Excuse me, that was got some construction going on over at the Anderson. Get a beautiful brand new facility getting built, but until that is completed, they're splitting time playing in Greenville, South Carolina, also at the Civic Center in Anderson. So we're going to have a corner kick for Tusculum. Over to the near side to us, that will be Fabian Prosch. So Prosch will send it in. D'Souza's dispossessed by Harry Ward, and off to the races. Here come the Trojans. Alexander Cox Ashwood trying to send it to the middle, trying to find Vaca. That will be cleared by Tusculum, and it looks like we'll have a throw in by Anderson. Ball still in play, cleared up the middle. Anderson with numbers. Carpena sends it in. Say play on, but trying to find a quick counter by Murphy, but Tusculum does have some numbers here. Trying to stay on side, they do, but just not far enough as Gilgallen comes up with the pass that was trying to find the waiting foot of Luke Murphy. Officials today in the middle are Dustin Thorne. Our assistant referees are Jay Giddings and Charles Christie. A little too far wide for Tusculum, and that'll be an errant pass, and there'll be a throw in the attacking third for Anderson. Get no score. We're in about the 10th minute. This Southland Conference Sunday tilt. Very rare in the conference schedule, but got several for the Pioneers this year. We'll be back with it next week. The Pioneers host Wingate in a conference doubleheader. Those are always some epic clashes between the Pioneers and the Bulldogs. Women's match beginning at 2, and men's match following at about 4:30. That'll be next Sunday here at Pioneer Field. DeGorn, a little too far. Takes that, and back comes Anderson, but a little too far, and Gilbert will gobble that up, give it over to Kasakis, and we'll move along. Just a little too far. It goes over the line for a goal kick. Watching Southland Conference men's soccer action on the Pioneer Sports Network. Tusculum hosting Anderson University from Pioneer Park and Pioneer Field in Greenville, Tennessee. Again, homecoming this weekend. Good to see several of the alumni back on campus. Well as two of the winningest coaches in program history, and Tony Kostanka, 17 seasons with 199 victories, and also John Eiskamp, coached the Pioneers coached the men and women's team, coached the men to 113 victories, several conference championships. Both members of the Sports Hall of Fame. This one's is on, and on the attack. This could be trouble, and a nice little chip goes just over to goal. A golden opportunity for Anderson. Had the numbers. Pioneers kind of lagging a little bit, and that one just goes over Sam Gilbert. Looked possibly to be the first goal of the game, but just a little bit too high, and it'll be a goal kick for TU. Yeah, I almost said it's homecoming. You were talking about some of the alumni. You also had the Brad brothers back, and Kevin and Sean. Also had Henry Lang, who is a member of that 1965 team, the first team we've ever had at Tusculum, class of 1966. Nice slide tackle by Tusculum with the dispossessed, but probably like to have that one back. Arthur Legall did. He just thought he maybe didn't have as much time as he thought he did, and thought he had to hurry it, and the way we went. So Gilbert comes off his line, and Pioneers go the other way. In the 15th minute, no score. The one golden chance has been by Anderson. It was kicked back to Gilbert, and he had to clear that with the foot. And letting him play on that one, Dustin Thorne. So that was a very hard foul. And we're going to stop the clock on that one as DeGorn went down very, very hard. Georgios comes over to get an explanation since he's wearing the captain's armband. And they're saying DeGorn's going to have to leave since training staff did come out to check on him, but just to see how he's doing. Wants to stay in, of course, and you just have to err on the side of caution. You've got some protocols you have to follow, especially on such a hard hit like that, but hopefully just a little bit of water will help, but have to go through the protocol here to see if he can. Looks like he's okay, and referee will wave him on as probably as soon as the ball is put into play. Then we're back to 11 on 11, and here we go. Oh, an opportunity here for the Pioneers. Here comes Murphy on the far side, just inside the box. Legall try to maneuver around. Sandoyka sends it in. Legall with possession over to DeGorn. D'Souza on the far side. Sends it to Murphy. Just a little tapper. That ball was bouncing all over the place. Had all kinds of English, and a nice save by Anderson, and it'll be a corner kick for Tusculum. Didn't get a lot on it, but the ball came in with a lot of spin. It hit Murphy's boot and kind of went a little bit, was sideways and a little bit awkward, but nice save there. Prosch will send this one in. Kicked around. And back with a quick counter would be Anderson, but just a little bit too far. And we'll send it back to Gilbert, and Pioneers will reset. Danny Gongora sends it in. Shot and just a beautiful, what a save. Two big saves by Anderson. Just a nice pass right there. Trying to one-time it, and got a piece of it just enough to deflect it as that was going to the top left shelf in the corner. So another corner kick for Tusculum. Prosch sends it in again. Going to be a little bit of a foot race. Nice play. Chipped in, blocked by the first line of defense. Never got to the keeper. Gora sends it in. That'll be headed away, and there'll be a goal kick for Anderson. Foul on Tusculum, be a free kick for Anderson. Looked like Anderson had the advantage. I'm a little shocked that the official let that one play, didn't let that move on, but Burns sends it wide. Nice stop and go by Harry Ward. That's Martin Carpena. Carpena sends it in. Oh, that was close to being. Of course, that's far away from me, but might have been a handball there in the box, but I guess not. Sousa sends it to the far side. Sandoyka. Prosch. Back to Sandoyka right there, and DeGorn. Kasakis with it. The all-conference selection from Greece for Tusculum. A little bit of an errant pass, I guess, trying to find Murphy, but early going, Pioneers out shooting Anderson by 5-1 margin, 3 shots on goal. Nice stop by DeGorn. Battling for it. Anderson still with possession here in the attacking third for the Trojans. And we'll have a foul on Murphy, and we'll have a free kick from about 42 yards out, but we'll kick that away. We'll sending it wide. Go the Trojans. Sandoyka over to DeGorn. DeGorn. Jovic sends it to D'Souza. Murphy getting double teamed, but little flip trying to go to the far post, but Eli Sheev comes up with it and has made 3 beautiful saves for Anderson. First shot was really not a chance to go in, but the last 2 shots that have been on goal have been fabulous saves. Sheev making his ninth start this season. Here's a chance for Anderson. Shot and a goal as it gets by Gilbert. And first goal goes to Anderson and Harry Ward. So Ward picks up his 4th goal of 2019. Nice little chip in that got behind the Pioneer defense. Pretty much a very easy shot. Pioneers have to tighten it up there and give up a goal with 22:46 remaining in the first half.
Anderson goalman number 14, Harry Ward. Assist number 18, John Baca.
So a nice pass by Vaca, who got that started again. So Harry Ward picks up his 5th goal of the season. Goes along with 2 assists. Gives him 10 points on the year. Pioneers trying to come up with the equalizer. That'll be cleared away high into the stands. And it'll be a throw in for Tusculum. So Harry Ward gets the assist from John Vaca. And Anderson takes the 1-0 lead over Tusculum. Only the 2nd shot of the match was that goal by Ward. Tusculum out shooting 5-2, but we're in bottom of the hour here on the East Coast. It's very warm on this warm fall day. Pero sends it in. Now be headed away and cleared, and it'll be a corner kick for Tusculum. 4th corner coming up for the Pioneers. So they found themselves down 1-0. Yeah, a little bit of a delay. Oh, a little bit of a discussion going on. In from Proch, and it'll be a foul on Tusculum before the ball ever gets to the crowd, and it'll be a goal kick for the Trojans. Anderson leads 1-0 on the goal by Harry Ward, his team leading 4th of the season. Goal was assisted by John Vaca. That coming at the 22-14 mark of the match. Again, nice crowd here at Pioneer Field for this Sunday matinee doubleheader. If you're on campus watching, we invite you to come over to the stadium and watch live. But if not, we're glad you've chosen to be with us here on the Pioneer Sports Network as we bring the action. The first of two. Tusculum women will be taking on Anderson. Approximately 30-40 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Be the Tusculum women's home opener. It's also Parents Weekend. Be a foul on Anderson, and we're going to have a stoppage, and we're going to have probably a penalty, a card coming up on delay. Nope, just a warning. Arkusakis. Who's that? Heinrich that's down, I believe. No, that's Vaca. And we'll have the stoppage of play, and not sure exactly what happened. Maybe trying to catch his wind, or well, now they're going to finally call for the trainer to come out. Seems to be a little bit of duress. Again, we are in early October, but still very, very humid temperatures. It's very warm yesterday at the football game here at Tusculum. Got up to about 84 degrees, a lot better than the mid-90s we've been experiencing the last several weeks. They're saying cooler weather is underway, but I have not seen it. Would like to see it. Sort of. Right now the temperature is listed at 76. They were going to get up to 79, but again, very, very humid, and we're possibly expecting maybe some weather a little bit after 3 o'clock, maybe closer to 4 o'clock Eastern time. We're 17 minutes, 16 seconds away from halftime. Anderson leading 1-0 on the Harry Ward goal. Shelly Ketter in to replace Vaca. Pioneers clear that, and it'll be a throw in for Anderson. After today, the Pioneers will play game 2 of this 4-match homestand. They'll take on the Shaw University Bears on Wednesday night, 7:30 scheduled kickoff. they'll be back in conference play next Sunday when they host Wingate, who was upset last night at home by the Newberry Wolves. In by DeGorn, shot by Murphy as that goes wide of the right post. Nice flick in by DeGorn, and Murphy well guarded. Could not get that one on frame, but Pioneers trying to get this equalizer just before halftime as they trail 1-0 to the Anderson Trojans. Other scores from yesterday was Lincoln Memorial taking down Lenore Ryan, handing the Bears their second loss of the season. Shaw knocked off Mars Hill 4-0, and Coker blanked Catawba 4-0, and Carson Newman came away with a 2-1 win over Queens last night in soccer action. Tusculum women's volleyball picking up a win. Here's a chance for the Pioneers, but kept in. Prosch lets it go. Nice little give and go there. Hakusaki's. And it'll be a throw in for Anderson after the ball is cleared off of DeGorn. Another sub for Trojans as Trevor Byrne comes off, and on comes Renato Alban, a junior from Brazil. Alban making his 8th appearance. We got a whistle. It'll be a foul and a free kick for Tusculum. Teams are jostling there on the 18. And we've got a whistle, and we're going to redo it. I believe we are. Not to the satisfaction of the referee, Dustin Thorne. Now he says to proceed. That's headed wide by the Pioneers. That was Clement DeGorn. Oh, that was right on the money. Nice little bend on that one. Got good head on that one, but just goes wide right. So it'll be a goal kick for Anderson as they maintain that 1-0 lead. They said that was still in. Header by DeGorn. That was a 7th shot for the Pioneers. Katteri came aboard, a sophomore from Israel. Ketter tied for second on the team and goal scoring with a pair of goals, including one match winner. Be another foul. Third of the match for Anderson. Pioneers with 4. Prosch sends it wide to DeGorn. That'll be a foul on Anderson. It'll be another free kick for Tusculum. Just under 10 minutes remaining in this first half. But Anderson leading 1-0. A little high by Prosch, and now go over for a goal kick. Again, for just joining us, Harry Ward, with the only offense of the game for either team, comes up with his team-leading 4th goal of the season. In the 23rd minute on the assist by John Vaca, picks up his 2nd helper of the year. Again, we'll have full recaps of both this match as well as and we'll have a stoppage of play as DeGorn caught I think that was a completely unintentional hand to the face, and it'll be a yellow card assessed to Lucas Mostajo. So don't think that was there was any intent in that. Just kind of looked very, very errant, but caught him right in the face. So we'll look at this very, very slow as he goes down, and just there at the bottom, just right there, just trying to clear. So he was looking, and so first card of the match goes against Anderson. And we'll have another free kick. Pair lucky that one had a little bit of an errant. Ooh, nice slide out to come up with the ball. As Sander Johansson was running in very, very, very speedily as he snuck onto the field on us and in the lineup for Tusculum. I believe he came in for Murphy. Get some fresh legs, Shaylee Ketter. Loses that, and it'll be a throw in for Tusculum. Also on for Tusculum is Harry Easterby, the freshman from England. Anderson. That's cleared away. Gall sends it deep. Here comes Tusculum. Johansson. He shoots it. It's stopped. And Anderson possesses and clears. Pioneers back with it. Under 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Tusculum trailing 1-0. Hakusakis. Javi Zendojic back to Hakusakis and Prosh with it now. Ooh, dangerous kick and lost by Tusculum. Ashwood. And it'll be a throw in for Anderson. As Ashwood is still down on the deck. Take a look at that. Yep. They're going to have a throw in, but missed a foul there. So would have been a free kick, but it'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Clock stop with 5:21 remaining. So a corner kick coming up for Anderson. This will be their first of the match. High chip by Ketter, but just too far, and be a corner kick for Tusculum. Pioneers out shooting Anderson 8-2, 4-1 on shots on goal. Foul 6-4 in favor of Anderson, including a yellow card. Corners, Pioneers dominating that area as well, 4-1, but they trail in the most important category in goals, trailing 1-0. Prosh looking for Easterby. Easterby making only his third appearance this season. foul on Tusculum. Under 3 minutes remaining. Wow. All I'll say is wow on that one. Play continues, 2.5 remaining in this first half. Cleared away. That's Legal. Johansson, just a little too far. Nice play there, but the Pioneers come away with possession. Now back to Anderson. And now back to Tusculum, and now back to Anderson. Here comes Harry Ward. Harry Ward sends it wide. That's Ashwood. To the box, and just safely cleared away over the end line, and it'll be a corner kick for the Trojans. Looks like that'll be Ryan Davies who would be taking the corner for AU. Sends it up, trying to find Ward, but be another corner kick. So that was off a Tusculum player. I believe that was Proche. Quick kick. Vetter sends it in. Oh, almost. It's still around, but Gilbert comes up with the loose ball. Looked like Gilgallen had the best chance of trying to do something with that. Oh, an errant turnover there as it'll be a throw-in here in the final minute. Ashwood waits for his numbers. Let one of his teammates take the throw in here. Looks like that will be Stahu, has picked up the match's lone yellow card. It'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. Seconds ticking away here in the first half. And Sam's just going to let this one kind of go. And that's the end of 45 minutes of play. Your score at halftime, Anderson 1, Tusculum nothing. This is Tusculum Men's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Get clearance prices on new Toyotas at Johnson City Toyota, where we have hundreds of Toyotas discounted up to $6,500. Save up to $5,900 on Highlander. Get one for $28,533 or save up to $4,000 on Camry. See more at johnsoncitytoyota.com.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingalls, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors?
Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
Let's get you to that wedding.
a curveball is that much more satisfying
I got the flowers!
when you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome!
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Johnson City Toyota is the #1 Toyota dealership in the Tri-Cities because we make buying simple. First, we discount every vehicle every day, and we stand behind what we sell with a lifetime warranty. For more, simply go to johnsoncitytoyota.com.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
Got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
Tusculum University is Tennessee's first university. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Students from 31 states and 15 countries have found a home here. With nearly 60 areas of study, Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit www.tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 to discover the pioneer experience for yourself.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
From the first day, we looked around each other and we said, we gotta go make things happen this year.
It doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game. You have to go forward.
You have to take the game.
Attacking gets you goals real quick.
Give your best effort every day.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Stouffer with the game-winning goal. The national championship goes to Shippensburg for the third consecutive year.
Valdosta State Division II national champions.
The post, hanging scores. They win their first national title.
In NCAA
And we're back at Pioneer Field, about to start the second half of this contest. Pioneers trailing 1-0 here at the break. On the only scoring was the Harry Ward goal in the 23rd minute on the assist by John Vaca. Here are your halftime stats as we head into the second half. Thank you, of the match. Tusculum making their way out. Here's your halftime stats. Shots by team. Tusculum leading 8-2, including shots on goal at 4-1. Excuse me. Corner kicks. Tusculum leading 4-3. Fouls. Anderson leading that category 6-5. We've had one caution. Ostaho picking up that in the 37th minute, and we're underway. Tusculum trailing 1-0. Anderson's 0-3-1 on the season and go in conference play, while Tusculum is 1-1-1 across the board with their 4 points. Tusculum trying to stay in that top 8. Win today would propel them into a 3-way tie for the number 6 position. Pioneers are the only team in the conference that the Pioneers still have a match in hand that, to use. Tusculum's lone win in conference play, Newberry, 8 days ago, winning 2-1 in overtime. Had a draw at Lenore Ryan and lost on Wednesday 2-1 at Queens. In a rematch of last year's first round contest in the NCAA tournament. Match had a lot of fouls, a lot of caution cards. Two of Tusculum playing without their top two scorers today. Enrique Devins serving a red card suspension, while Edgar Cervantes missing today's match due to card accumulation, picked up his 5th yellow card in that Queens match. So Tusculum trailing 1-0. Looks like Tusculum has their original starting 11 back out. Finds Murphy. Murphy double teamed, and that'll be cleared. Save a corner kick, and it'll be a throw in for Tusculum. Again, we were looking at the weather forecast and radar, looking at it. Got some stuff building up west of us, and I believe we're going to be able to get this one in, but the women's match is going to be a little dicey. Hopefully get that one started as soon as possible. Supposed to get some weather in possibly around maybe 5 o'clock, so that will probably just around the beginning of the second half for the women. Again, the men and women's flipping sides on this one today. The Pioneers celebrating the 50th season of men of the sport here at Tusculum. Started back in 1965, and having a big alumni reunion this weekend. Great to see a lot of the alumni back on campus, not just with men's soccer, but all the sports. Saw big contingent from baseball this weekend as well as football. Sending it wide, that's to Gorn, who had a great chance. Oh, he does a great job trying to save it, but just goes over the line. It'll be a throw-in for Anderson. Pioneers of their 8 shots in the first half, 2 each for DeGorn and Murphy. DeGorn had a great opportunity. So he had a header that looked like it was going to the top left shelf, but a great save stopped that one. Legal. Gorn gives it off to Murphy. And that'll be a goal kick. So kind of bounced off a couple of players, but Murphy was the last one to be touched, and it'll be a goal kick for Anderson. Busy week for the Trojans. A lot of things going on for their athletic department. Had some exciting news that adding sports, they're going to be adding men's lacrosse coming up pretty shortly, and also women's lacrosse, but also announced they're going to be starting football at Anderson. So the league continues to grow in that sport. As Anderson Pioneers added UVA-wise, a football playing school this year. They're eligible in all sports. They do not sponsor men's or women's soccer. But then the Also Limestone College, who is a member of Conference Carolinas and all sports with the exception of football, who's been an associate member in the SAC for a while. But they'll be coming on board in all sports, so that'll definitely be an increase in our competitiveness in the region. And we got a player down for Anderson. Second time the Anderson's trainers come out. TU trainer's been out once. So we have a stoppage in play here. 38:50 remaining in regulation. Tusculum trailing 1-0, and we'll be back after we take this break. This is Tusculum men's soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Get clearance prices on new Toyotas at John.
All right, we're back. And as Carpenter was the injured player, but he got a little bit of a hydration break, and he's back in. So 11 on 11. Anderson trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Getting a goal in the 23rd minute by Harry Ward, his fourth of the season. Davies. And now go over to inline, and it'll be a corner kick for Anderson. Ball's loose, and it goes high. So a great chance to put up the second goal of the match for Anderson. Looks like that was Kilgallen that had that opportunity. Just high. So the deficit still remains at 1. That's Ketter. Nice move by Ketter. That'll be cleared, and it'll be a corner kick for Anderson. We're going to bring that right back. They're saying it's off Tusculum, and looked like that was pretty close to simultaneous, but regardless, it's going to be Anderson ball. Cleared away, but not enough, as still in the attack is Anderson. Still at the top of the box. That'll be cleared back out. Perro over to D'Souza. Nice touch to a sprinting Murphy. Goes back to D'Souza. Loses it, but Tusculum comes up with it. That's Legal, goes wide. And it'll be offsides against the Pioneers. Just by a little. We bring it back. We don't have the line that you would see, but they're actually, you're probably looking at the far side, but actually it's one of our players just kind of just in the middle of the field that was just lagging, just standing and not moving. So unfortunate for the home team. It'll be kicked back into play by Anderson, leading 1-0, 35 minutes remaining. And looks like the captain is down, Arkusakis, and looks like he's holding on to his right, no, maybe his left foot. Doesn't seem to be in a whole lot distress, but that looks like it'll be a Arkusaki's caught the brunt of that, but it'll be a foul against Tusculum and be a free kick for Anderson. Looked like there was an initial foul on Anderson, but play went through, and Arkusakis came back with the retaliation, and he's called for that, and they'll set up a dangerous free kick for Anderson. Almost a corner kick, but sends it high, headed, cleared off the line by the Pioneers. Looks like that was Danny Gongora that came away with the goal-saving header. Chipped in by Kilgallen. His second header shot and a team save and a beauty. Corner kick off of Anderson. Still stays with the Trojans. Davies, nice little chip pass to Vaca. And that'll go off the Pioneers, and it'll be a throw-in for Anderson. Tusculum team and 7 matches has scored 9 goals. While Anderson, in their 8 matches, they've accumulated 12 goals. Payroll heads that one into the stands, and not a very good throw by Iago Fernandez from the Tusculum men's tennis team. That goes into the greenery. Had a little rain overnight. Need a lot of rain here. Of course, wouldn't mind it raining, but just probably wait till about 8 o'clock tonight and Anderson in the attacking third, leading 1-0. Nobody home there. Go across the inline. It'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. As we approach the 30-minute mark of time remaining in this second half, the Pioneers desperately trying to find an equalizing goal. Playing only their second home match of the season. Posted a 2-0 win over Lees McRae a couple of weeks ago. Again, after today, the Pioneers will be in non-conference action, taking on Shaw University. 7:30 kickoff scheduled here at Pioneer Field on Wednesday. Then Tusculum will be back at it next Sunday when they host Wingate. 4:30 kickoff between the Pioneers and the Bulldogs. D'Souza. Nice ball, give and go. Just over the line, it'll be a goal kick. So the best offensive chance for Tusculum here in the second period. Vujovic just unable to make anything happen with that. And we got a whistle and a foul as Javi Zandoika is down on the deck. Oh, not a foul, excuse me. Be a throw-in for Tusculum. Shot wide. Vedek goes with that one. So Ketter takes a blast from 27 yards out. Going to the near post and just sails it wide, and still remains a 1-goal separation between the two teams. Second golden chance for Anderson to make it a 2-goal game in this half. And that's headed by Murphy. Training staff working on one of the players. I believe it looks like Clement Degorn. We got a whistle, and it'll be a yellow card. Went right at kind of rattled the cobwebs on that one. Shaking up is Danny Gongora. So Daniel Heinrich gets the second booking for Anderson this match. Turnover by Tusculum. And we'll have the whistle, and we've got a player down for Anderson. And now stop the clock with 25:56 remaining. So while training staff is checking on the player for Anderson, referees are having a discussion to see if one saw something that was missed by the middle official, and I don't see him going for or needing to speak to anybody from Tusculum for possible infraction. Looks like the player in question is Harry Ward. We're going to take a look at this on the replay to see what happened. Well, I missed a trail here. Come back. I was looking at the ball, and it looks like there was definitely a collision. Yes, collided from behind, and down went Ward. So he's heading to the bench to get checked out. So they're going to play a man down, it looks like. Yep, they have not made a substitute yet, so. Nope, there's the 11th. So both teams equal strength. Not for sure that went over the sideline, but they let it play on, and so right now the goal at the 22-14 mark by Harry Ward is standing up. The give and go that beat Sam Gilbert from 10 yards out. For Ward, who's on the bench now, has 4 goals on the season, leading the team. Murphy in the middle of the field, and that goes high for 50-50 ball. It's won by Tusculum. Legall, he'll be fouled. Renato Oban was the offending fouler, and ball sent in. Makes it all the way to the keeper, and it'll be throwing for Anderson. Turnover by Tusculum as Anderson maintains possession as well as the 1-0 lead. We're under 23 minutes remaining in regulation. Anderson trying to get an insurance goal while Tusculum trying to get the equalizer. Shot, saved by Gilbert. Rebound, shot, another save by Gilbert. Two grand saves to save the game for the Pioneers by Sam Gilbert. Two at point-blank range. But none of it would have mattered because it's offsides. But a good workout by Sam Gilbert. As those two potential shots were stopped, and just did a great job just getting up to make that other stop. But turnover to middle field by Tusculum. Back comes Anderson. So a free kick for Tusculum, trailing 1-0. Headed back in. What an opportunity. Murphy heads it off the post. Off the crossbar is Murphy. So a lot of excitement this possession for Tusculum. But wow, what an opportunity. I thought that one was going to go across the end line, but and offsides against Tusculum. There's the header off the crossbar by Murphy and cleared out by Anderson. So best chance by Tusculum this half to try to get the equalizer. We're under 20 minutes remaining in regulation. Anderson leading 1-0. On the fourth goal of the season by Harry Ward. Off the Payro. Chipped in deep. Too far for Payro, but the slide tackle has a throw in for Tusculum. Finds a man to Legal. Don't know if that hit the referee or the Anderson player, but it's sent deep as Gongora sends it back to Gilbert. Gilbert goes wide. The Pioneers will tackle from the other side. Sending it deep. Ooh, a dangerous play there. That'll be cleared by Anderson. Probably a smart play. I think he was going to try to let that all get away all to the keeper who was coming in to make the catch, but just a little chip over the head of the keeper, and we're looking at a 1-1 game. Substitution coming in for Tusculum. Looks like coming back into the match will be Sander Johansson, and Johansson got some time off the bench. He will not be coming in until after this corner kick. That's cleared away. Possessed by Tusculum. Gongora sends it wide to Pedro. Pedro over. to D'Souza to Murphy. Murphy back to D'Souza. D'Souza with a shot and a little high. So goal kick for Anderson. That'll allow the Johansson sub. Nice little 50-50 chip. Perro sends it deep. A little too high for Johansson. That'll be headed back and making a sprawling dive is the Anderson keeper. And looks like Ashwood's coming back in for Anderson. Approach to Murphy. Anderson kicks it away. Harkosaki's in pursuit. Harkosaki sends it deep, trying to find D'Souza. D'Souza, but the keeper comes off the line and hauls it in. Under 15 minutes remaining in this in regulation. Tusculum trailing 1-0. Prosch wide to D'Souza, back to Prosch. Gangora. Foot race. Murphy's beat. Lemon sends it out and it'll be a throw in for Tusculum. So Gangora sends it wide. That's Baraki. Murphy with a shot and another great save by Anderson. Had to make the diving stop once again. That's another gem in this clean sheet for the Anderson netminder, keeping this a 1-0 game with his team in the lead. Corner kick for Tusculum. D'Souza waits for it. Still keeps it in, and that'll be off the Anderson player, and it will be a throw-in for Tusculum. Pero hands it off to Murphy. D'Souza goes to the far post. Chipped away, and we got a foul on Tusculum. Probably going to be a card issued on that, on the foul on the keeper. And I would say that's most likely going on Palos Baraki. So an Anderson team that is winless in conference play at 0-3-1. Their lone result was a 1-1 win over a 1-1 draw against Carson Newman. After today, Anderson will be back in this area. They'll be be at Mars Hill before returning home to host Landard in non-conference contests and then Lincoln Memorial. Well, Tusculum, as I said, begins this 4-match homestand. And they'll be playing again Anderson today, Shaw on Wednesday, Wingate on Sunday, and then 2 weeks from Wednesday we'll be taking on Lincoln Memorial. So we're about back underway. 12.5 remaining. Not a great kick. It'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. Subs coming in for Anderson, making 3 substitutions. Tevin Lessie comes aboard, as does Juan San Juan. I believe Ben Lehman also on board. Pioneers get away with an errant pass there and trying to get on the attack, trailing 1-0. Danny Gongora. Onside is Anderson. Armwood sends it wide. Don't think that was a shot. He may have been trying to find the speedy Conley Waters, but could not find Waters' leg, and it'd be a goal kick for Tusculum. So Pero nice touch. Goalie out. Ball is still free in the box. That'll be cleared by Anderson, and they'll maintain possession. Harry Ward back on for the Trojans. His goal in the 23rd minute, the only scoring of the match so far. And so far it has stood up. Getting the first of 2 matches here on the Pioneer Sports Network today. We'll have the women's match between Tusculum and Anderson. Pioneers home opener for the TU women. Now be a foul on Tusculum, and Legal is probably going to get a card for dissent. Nope. Gets a very, very stern warning, but could have gone the other way, but more importantly, it's probably going to count, just marking off here, just to count up a couple of seconds. Right now, time the enemy of Tusculum, as well as that scoreboard, trailing 1-0. It's cleared away. Looked like Payro was fouled there, and they let it play on. It'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. Murphy doubled, even triple teamed on that one. Armwood with the ball, shot and wide. Just could not control it. And we'll have a sub for Tusculum. Coming back in is Clement de Gorn, who's been getting some work done on him in the shop over on the athletic training bench. See if we can go these final 7.5 for Tusculum, trying to get this equalizing goal. Anderson looking for their first win since beating North Georgia 1-0 back on September the 14th. That was the end of a 3-match winning streak for the Trojans. DeGorn still loose, but possessed by Anderson. They clear it back to Tusculum. So 6 minutes remaining. Oban. And Gilbert will come up with it. 5.5 remaining. DeGorn, D'Souza, Johansson, just a little too high for Johansson, and 5 minutes remaining in regulation. And Tusculum looking for their first win since that 2-1 win over Newberry in overtime that 8 days ago. You can talk about Tusculum in this 4-match homestand. In fact, they're playing 4 of their next 6 7 here at home. Now be offsides, and we'll have a whistle and a whistle and a yellow card on Armwood for delay. So that'll be the third yellow card of the match for Anderson. Just under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Prost comes up a little bit gamey. That's Johansson with a shot. So that one goes high and out of play. And Anderson will make the sub. And that will stop the clock at 3:32. Of course, any subs made by the team leading with less than 5 minutes will cause a stoppage of play. So the Pioneers get a little bit of a break here as the ball is now put into play and the clock continues to tick. There's Johansson. He falls. And back comes Anderson, just trying to possess. Keep this ball in this half of the field. Try to hold on for this win. Row wins are so tough in this league. Wins in general are tough. And Gilbert is taken down. They're going to say let it play. .245 remaining. Off the payroll to DeGorn. DeGorn loses it, but Anderson and DeGorn coming up a little bit gimpy. Legall. Prosh. Over to Baraki. And he can't control it, and he'll go out of play. So 1:55 remaining. Clock ticking. Anderson taking their time. Foul on Anderson. .90 seconds remaining. Pioneers desperately trying to find this equalizing goal. 11 fouls on Anderson, 9 on Tusculum, including 3 cards against. So 1 minute remains for Tusculum, trailing 1-0 to Anderson. To Souza. And that's kicked away by Anderson. So 30 seconds remaining. Gangora kicks it way deep to Johansson. Headed up. That one's cleared. 18 seconds. Pioneers maybe with a chance. Shot over across, and that will end it. So a big road win for Anderson. They come away with a 1-0 shutout against the Pioneers. Your final score, Anderson 1, Tusculum nothing. With the win, Anderson improves to 4-4-1 on the season, 1-3-1 in league play. With the loss, the Pioneers go to 2-5-1 on the season and 1-2-1 on the year. Again, the Pioneers will be back in action coming up on Wednesday, and they'll be taking on Shaw University, that match at 7:30. Coming up next here on the Pioneer Sports Network, game 2 of our doubleheader, it'll be Tusculum and Anderson women's match coming up in the Pioneers home opener. This is Dom Donnelly signing off from Pioneer Field. Again, your final score, it was Anderson 1, Tusculum nothing. You've been watching Tusculum men's soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.